Well, scouting day number 2 for the year. Boy, it is cold out here. It's 24 degrees. Gonna get some gas. Let's see, today is February the 19th. We're gonna try to get out here and see if we can't find us another honey hole. That'll work. All right. Well, spot number 1 for a day's scout. We'll go check this place out. We got 2 cameras plus a camera in the backpack. What did we get for breakfast? Did you buy some breakfast?
Suburban hunters, you get smart water.
What is that, Deer Park?
Deer Park.
They looked at our face at the store, told us we couldn't have no smart water.
Not when you hunt in this suburban area.
Yeah.
Only thing suburban around here is
This truck,
pine trees, and hardwoods.
that's right. And for breakfast,
Best
we got a Slim Jim honey barbecue flavor. That's the breakfast flavor. So that ought to be delicious. All right, well, I guess we need to start walking.
This one's yours.
All right.
Do not try to get this.
Don't turn your head. All right, well, we're down here off the side of a cliff now. I don't know how far we've gone. We're a little over a mile, probably 1.2. Finally come up on our first rub on the side of this bluff. So hopefully we find something back in here, because we come a long way to not find nothing.
What happened when you cheat on me? I caught you on Instagram last week.
Yeah, I should have brought you with me last week. Come back here by myself. Probably not a good idea. Okay, well, we've crossed the creek. Come across on another piece of land up in here, which I guess we're in I guess you'd call it a bottom. We're inside of another hub. Found a couple trees rubbed here and some scrapes on the ground. If you can see those right there. And this tree right here is rubbed, which is that's a good tree. This place in here is going to be jam up if we can figure out where we need to climb up on top here. We're going to get up here and see if we can find oh yeah, what you pointing at over there?
Bowinkle's tree.
Only 2 miles into this, we finally found some sign. Yeah, that's a good tree there. Yep, that's a good rub. Coming right up this draw, that big old tree rubbed up on the side of that hill. 2 of them. Look at the one in the middle. Guys, we just found him. He might be a 2-year-old. That's a 18-inch wide 6-point, but we found him.
You leave me in here till next year?
Rub right there. Yeah, we may not just stay in here till next deer season. I don't want to have to walk in here again. I'm too old for this. I don't want to have to get a new heart again. Another we'll just follow him up the hill. Whew. Yep, all these trees are tore up. This is definitely the Buck Trail, coming right up this drainage. Probably coming from down here at night, working his way up here to bed down in the morning. I bet we get to the top of this hill, we'll find his bed. What y'all want to bet?
I bet my legs on it.
You really don't need a climber here. You sit on that rock. Old bluff right there would be a good spot.
Yes, sir.
Guess I'm just gonna keep filming till we get to the top of this hill. Keep running into more sign. That deer you saw run up the hill a minute ago is probably him.
Coming this direction. Going that direction.
I think he's going through this gap right here because you got a big bluff right there, and a big bluff right there. Somewhere,
He's probably right here.
yeah, somewhere he's coming through this gap. What's funny is I climbed a tree in here this past season at random, just on a spot I found on my topography map, and I only hunted it one morning because I swore I wasn't gonna hunt the same place twice unless I saw a good deer. And where we're about to come out is right beside where I was climbing. Yeah, that's a really good trail right there. Coming right up that mountain. Going right through that gap.
I'm glad you're not moving because if I ever got off in here, I don't think anybody would ever find it.
Yeah. I don't really want to come in here by myself. I will, but I don't want to have to. Do I?
Robert's running through here. You're up there and up there.
Yep. Down through there.
When the rocking chair hits the ground, it'll be midnight before we get him out of here.
Yeah, I hope we get him out here by midnight. I had to phone a friend. Somebody that don't hunt with no sense of direction. Yeah.
Like my son, he would be a good candidate.
Yeah, he'll never find this place again. Somebody that ain't got a cell phone or GPS.
Long back.
All right, guys. Got up here to the top of this mountain. Went over the top of this ridge right here and come over and dipped down into another big hole. I don't know, it's 150 yards at the bottom of this thing, I guess. Fall off of there, you'd probably just break in half. There's a major trail. Coming right up here. As you can see it, see where the leaves are kicked up right down through there. Walking right down the edge of this hub. This is pretty much just continuing the same trail that we was on back on the other side of that last draw. This place is incredible, man. There's land back in here that you would never think was back in here. I mean, look at this. Y'all see this? Look at that trail. He's walking right along the edge of this cliff right here. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that waterfall or not. Right there. That's pretty, ain't it? That's awesome. Yeah, it's God's country, that's right. You don't get no better than this. What a way to spend postseason. This next ridge, Jeremy, I think this is the ridge where I was climbing. I'll check my GPS, but I think that's where we need to end up. All right, we've gone 2 more ridges over. Oh, I was just talking to my camera. I was talking to Mr. GoPro. Show him this rub right here. You're still following this line that this buck or these bucks are taking. He's just following the edge of this terrain just all the way. It's funny because every bowl we come into, he's just following that lip. That's right, yeah, I follow the bowls at home all the time. Soup, cereal, oatmeal. Wish I had some food right now. I'm hungry. Yeah, no, we had a Slim Jim. Yep. Skint tree right there. Yes, that's where the deer come from last year. Was up in those ponds. We went down in that hole and met up with those other deer, but I couldn't see what they were. I could just see them when they went off the hill down in there. I was so high up in that tree.
A lot different than South Alabama where you hang in a pine tree that's 2 inches long.
Yeah, you got that right. Yes, that's a good sized tree right there. Still continuing around the top of this lip. There's another rub right here on that tree. It's a pretty good one. Done got on a logging road now. Pretty good trail coming down this old logging road. Right on the edge of this hub. Let's find another, yeah, there's another rub on that tree. All right, well, spot number 2. I don't know how far we just walked, but I'm going to make a comment right here below after I figure it out when I get home and I make the video. I'm going to assume between 3 and 4 miles. It felt like 5, but it's usually a lot less than it feels like on your legs. I'll probably be cramped up so bad tonight I won't be able to move, but it'll be worth it come November, maybe. We're gonna get down in here. I saw a buck in here last year. Couldn't tell what it was. It was a little too far down through the woods, but I did go down in there after I climbed down, and there was a trail and a rub on a tree where he was walking. So there again, I didn't hunt it 2 times in a row. I just hunted it once to go and hunt a different spot and just check out some of these spots that I could scout after the season. I'm gonna try to stay a year ahead after this year, but it's gonna kind of put me a year behind to begin with till I can learn what all's on our cameras, what we're looking at, where we need to be. And then we can hunt it a year, maybe going by what we've learned, and then make adjustments for the following year. Never try to do that this far out, but in the past, we've just done what we felt like we needed to do as the season was going on. And we have killed some really good deer over the years, but not really big deer, really consistently. So I guess any little bit you can learn is just one more step in the right direction. Got your deer water?
Got my deer water. I've never, it's got instructions on this thing, how to open it.
Oh good, thank goodness.
It's pretty easy.
How about that? I'm glad it's got instructions. Lord knows that instructions on our water, we would, man, I don't know what we do.
I just don't know how, I don't know how I pee in this bottle.
You'd have to aim. You got to aim really good. And I hope the wind isn't blowing. Otherwise, you better have some Scent-A-Way spray. All right, well, we're up here on the edge of this pine thicket now, where I saw the buck walk, and this was one of the rubs that he walked past back during deer season. Only bad thing is they've come in here and burnt now, so whatever used to be a trail through the leaves is now just a bunch of dirt and ash. So on the bright side, we can find tracks, but if the buck's not traveling through here this time of year, there's not going to be a whole lot of tracks. I wish I could still see the old trail in the leaves, but we're going to go up in this pine thicket and maybe see where, if there's some more rubs or maybe where he's bedding at. I could hear him walking when I hunted back up in here, so he's ended up in here somewhere. All right, just pulled back up at the house. Didn't really find what we wanted to today as far as big sign. We did find a lot of sign, found some pretty good sign, but not really anything to get you really excited. We didn't even hang a camera today, so good thing is we found some places that we did not want to go, which also helps, because a few of those places I was pretty sure was going to end up looking pretty good. And there's some bucks in there, but I don't think it's any big deer. So anyway, that was day number 2, and I am wore out. So I'm going to go in here and get me some lunch, and we're going to do it again later.